Hello, hello everybody. It's Ferret, the business ferret, and today we are back. This time, we are going to be doing something different, something new. On this spooky Halloween, we are playing Vampyr. Not the Masquerade, just Vampyr. Supposedly this game apparently has some mixed reviews, but mostly positive. You're loud. You're distracting me. It said that the game has got some slightly clunky combat. We'll see how it goes. I honestly don't know. But all I do know is it supposedly has a really good story, and that means one must always be a story fiend. Let's go. No hesitation. Let's go. Combat is very easy. There's no reward for finishing this mode without killing any citizens. Combat difficulty is linked to the number of citizens you kill. Your power as a vampire is tied to the citizens you choose to embrace. Enemies are harder to kill and hit harder. Experience points are rewarded by killing enemies in combat. Are reduced. So I feel like, on the one hand, my initial impulse is to say, let's do hard mode. Because, like, you know, hit me more, hit me harder. But, I kind of like just playing games on normal.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
There's a lot in that. And I'm gonna be honest, I ain't catch half of it.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution.
Really? What is it?
A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Why is it always... Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah? Yeah, what are we doing? Come on. What in goodness gracious? 1 second. Okay. There was a small audio thing on my back end. Alrighty. Clearly the pit of bodies we came from. Our guy's looking a little rough. But I do appreciate third person mode. That's always nice. All right, we got nothing there, but it does look like there's a nice blood trail this way. Can we lick up some of this? Hey, look, there's a person there.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Hi. Boom, boom. Vampyr, Vampyr. Uh-huh.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. No.
Weasel, why you guys spook me? All right, so we killed our sister. I was gonna say wife. That was her sister.
This horror. It's a nightmare.
Lurkin Birkin. All right,
No.
thank you, Halbert.
Please, a moment. Let me explain.
All right, we're on the run. We killed our sister in a moment of weakness and silly.
These patrols are after me.
Oh, we got ability of moving a little faster with B. Cool. We can run. Dude, you look so. Why does his run look so derpy?
Shoot. This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Sounds like a reasonable thing to want to do.
This can't be happening.
It can and is.
No, please, stop. I mean you no harm.
How am I not dead? My health automatically recover?
What's going on?
Maybe not. They just are that weak.
Oh, Mary. What have I done?
Oh,
What's
you
all
know what
this
you did.
about? Shit, where'd it go?
I'm gonna take
No.
this.
I can defend myself.
I mean, all right, the combat's not great. Already feeling it. It's not bad. It's just not
Who
great.
are you? Stay
payback! Don't let it out for yourself! Sorry,
Smack,
but you
smack.
left me no choice.
Okay, we're back at full health. I want to know how I got health. Was it like an automatic recovery, a checkpoint? Like, there's questions. There are questions.
Who are you? Stupid beast!
Yeah?
That's what you do with leeches. Sorry.
Are we? Are we truly sorry? Like, mildly, maybe. I need a bigger sword. I need more weapons. I recognize this is a tutorial and there's probably nothing around.
No, please, stop! Who are you? What do you want?
You dead. They want us dead, man. I don't know what you were thinking, but we have already committed murder in the first 30 seconds of the game. Probably would have been faster if I wasn't like trying to search in our blood state feud. Like, oh.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's... I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
All right, sunlight hurts. Got it.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Aggravated damage will reduce my maximum health gauge. Oh, goody. How do I get rid of that?
I need to find somewhere to hide. I cannot enter. Let me go!
Doesn't look like there's anything there. Hi.
I need to find shelter.
Pretty sure I shoved that like in his chest, but that's cool. Like, yep. Kill it. Don't kill it. Let's not kill it.
It's locked, all right.
All right, we gotta keep out. That's obviously not meant for me because I can't
Is
read.
anybody there?
Everybody knows ferrets don't read.
What is this place?
That is a great question. Okay, on the one hand,
Seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
cool. I like it. Oh.
Brother, what have you done?
I don't need the flashback. It's
Mary!
only been like
Mary!
5 minutes. And that's probably overestimating.
I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Are we? Are we actually going to find them?
I can almost feel the sun's rays like a physical weight pressing against the wood.
I can't. I need a visual cue. Fire and sun. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire, and they do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under the rays of daylight. But it hurts them good, real good. I have personally chained a vampire to a tree and see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside. Its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained, which started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared behind the horizon. I cut its head off to finally destroy it. And when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is the best way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch. Prywin leader? Okay, hold on. You guys are following a guy with the name Eldritch? You know, like Eldritch Horrors? That's what we're doing here. 5 shillings. I feel like that's both a lot and not at the same time. Well, that looks bad on her part.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities.
Ah!
What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Wow. I mean, it's nice to be notably dead.
That's impossible.
You know, you say this word. There's a lot of questions here. Alright, nothing there. See, that little flashback was new, and I like that. It shows a certain level of...
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his path.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No!
Oh.
No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Yeah?
I still have so much left that needs doing.
But do we have a shadow? Ooh, more money. I like money. Alright, this guy... Look, I don't need to do a thorough examination. I know he killed himself. He got high on something and killed himself. Oop. 1 second. Need to refresh something on my back end. Okay. All right, cool. Except the gun should have fallen to the ground, but hey.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
I mean, you know, on the one hand, want to dispute that. On the other hand, you can't.
No, it never got easy.
Yeah, but that implies healing is easy too. Like, I get your, you know, it never got easy. But like, let's not sit here and say that that was hard, or that it was. It's not that killing is easy. It's not, you know, Healing is super hard. 15th of October, bad sleep. Becky coughed all night, and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I should go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. 16th of October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they are digging mass graves all around London. Safety measure, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed, and there are no more jobs nearby. 19th of October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hospital. There's clearly a typo. It's like, wait a minute, there's some words missing here. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hospital tomorrow. It's so far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. Again, on the 19th of October, Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She is so frail now, it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow. I'll barricade the house to protect us from the looters. 21st of October, the men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night, as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into a giant hole. The smell is terrible. We should have left this house a week ago, but Becky, she refused to leave. She'd rather die, she said with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? 22nd of October, Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. 23rd of October. I could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in. But I was too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting here for her to die now. It will not be long. I pray to God it will end soon. 24th of October. I was so hungry. I was tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair by the chimney. Whoa. Hey. She was panting like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around the room with her eyes. I pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. 25th of October. The house is still silent like a tomb. No more noises. Becky is dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon enough. So wait. I mean, this is clearly Becky. So how did she die? I have questions. I have questions and no answers. How did she die? You know what? I ain't gonna get those answers. I know this guy blew his brains out. That's clear and apparent. But how did she die? All right, there's the barricaded door. Is there anything else in? Oh. We're gonna sleep in dead people's houses. Perfect.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all.
I'm sorry, my man, but you know, logic's never been a real thing in the vampire shows and movies.
It's a nightmare. That's it.
Dude, you're about to sleep in a dead couple's house. Like, after coming back from the dead.
So be it.
You know, I could have swore I didn't see a single bullet in that. What if, you know what? Fine. That there's not a sense of rational thought in that decision, but fine. I pulled the trigger. Vampire. Vampyr? Is it supposed to be Vampyr? Uh-huh. Yep.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blood in sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Evolution. Hideout beds will allow you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. Begin by selecting Autofat. AG. Provides 200 healing. Costs 10. You drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. The vampire uses his blood to heal normal and aggravated damage, increasing his flesh, nerve, and bone regeneration. With time, this vampiric ability can be extremely powerful and is sure to surprise any unwary vampire hunter. So this gives more healing. Not quite enough to level that all the way up. Okay. You trade the instant health gain for a greater regeneration. Oh. You trade more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain an additional boost on your health regen. So you have less. So this gives more instant, while that gives more regen. You have enough XP to unlock an aggression skill. Choose one to unlock. Claws, Blood Spear, and Shadow Miss. Place a cloud of shadows at the target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. You throw a spear made of blood, which can pass through enemies in front of you. I do like range. Close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. I mean, define a short time. The vampire concentrates shadows around their prey to make them explode after a countdown. The shadows will pull in a single place. All targets. Okay. Shadow explosion has increased range and damage. The shadows will pull in a single place. All targets within this area are struck constantly by a slither. Okay, so this is more like a specific AoE. This just says more damage. Bigger boom versus bleh, 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 bleh. Like constant tentacles. Cool. I actually think my initial impulse is to go Shadow Mist. Well, let's go Blood Spear. Because, like, it seems more reasonable. The vampire wields their blood and throws it like a spear. This power can take time to charge, but it is deadly effective at medium to long range. It's a powerful supernatural tool for vampires who don't like close combat. If you cannot avoid the bloodsucker's attack, just try to keep your mouth closed. So that just reduces its cost. You create 3 small blood spears, which can hit all enemies facing you. Compared to the base ability, range and individual damage is reduced. So 3 spears rather than 1, but less range, which is the exact opposite. Which can pass through enemies in front of you. Now I need to confirm. All right, cool. Confirm it. Lock in decisions.
That voice in my head.
Chapter 1.
If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Uh-huh. Reach North Bank. Hold up. All right, that corpse is still there. Perfect. Hold on. She isn't. Where's Mary? No, not Mary.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
I forgot her name. Well, considering I thought she was a corpse.
Here's the leech. Here!
You ain't seen nothing.
My head's spinning.
Yeah, I mean,
I cannot enter.
are we really? Hey! Offhand weapons can be used by pressing Y. They have attacks with special effects and consume stamina. I wish I could tell what happened to him, but hey.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Oh, hey. We got some range on our dodge now. Press Y to use your stake and inflict stun damage. A stunned enemy can be bitten. Why are you so bad? Press A to bite a stunned enemy. Nom 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 nom. Now that you have blood, use right bumper. What if, hear me out, nom 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 nom.
There's a strength I never knew I had.
Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
This shouldn't be possible.
Ow, you hurt! Ow!
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Nom 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 nom. Ow. Oh, God. Hi. Nom 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 nom. Oh God, we both suck. Nom 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 nom. Ow. Here, have some of that.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
I got that. Num 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 num. I got that. Num 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 num. All right, so I can't teleport anywhere. There's only pre-limited spots, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, totally valid. We can't go whoosh, 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 whoosh. A little shadow form. Do. I won't lie, that's a cool little thing. Motored merchant services. All right. District status stable. What the hell does that mean? Can I make it unstable? Can I just cause mass problems? Can I be the drama? Your king and country needs you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. Your king and country needs you. All right, cool. My understanding is this king.
Sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
I'm glad he takes a hint of responsibility for that. All right, can we go far this way? Technically, we could.
It's locked, all right.
That door is locked. Hold up. Num num num
I
num.
have this thirst for blood.
Hey, cool money.
It's locked.
All right, door's locked. Got it.
This is despicable.
I agree, but we do what we gotta do, man. We do what we gotta do. Num 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 num. Whoosh.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Can you?
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Do. All right. Are we gaining control?
What will London have to say to me?
Probably nothing, because it's a city.
It's locked. I've so many questions unanswered.
You know, you and I both. But I have a feeling we'll just answer them soon. Ish. As we go, num 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 num. And take everybody's money. Limehouse Dock. Status stable.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
All right, we're not helping. If our goal is to pretend be good people, are we really helping? We've created a lot of corpses ourselves.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
All right, we got vampiric scent.
Blood. The smell is so strong.
Hey. Wait. What if we go up here?
Something dire must have come about.
Wait, what?
There is no one in sight.
Follow the killer's trail. Well, we know he didn't go this way. Huh. Oh, this is literally a stair. Okay, so hold up. Hold up. In an effort to be properly ferrety. Oh.
Nobody at home.
Can't enter. House is empty. I feel like that's the literal perfect time to enter somebody's house unannounced and unwitnessed. When no one's around and no one's watching.
I cannot enter.
Oh. Your city needs you. But, oh yeah, your city needs you. Something life saved. My medical aid is a blow struck at the heart of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. All right, cool. Also, money. All right, I'm aware this is not where I'm supposed to be going, and I cannot go that way. Hey, stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with stuff, but I took it. All right, so we did a nice little lap. Now, I thought, because I saw that up there, that it was up that. But then there's this over here, which suggests that there might be even more.
This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked, all right.
Well, that's unfortunate. Oh. I thought this was a path. I thought there was something down that way. That this could go further. My bad. This is me. This is me not being good at video games. All right. Oh, can't go that way. Ooh, shinies.
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. Where has everyone gone?
Okay, so it's like he jumped up here. You just found a new hideout. Here you can spend your XP while resting or crafting items at the workbench. Oh. New hideout unlocked. Cool. Crafting. Medical treatments to heal 6 citizens. Serums to boost yourself. Weapon upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. Bunch of stuff I don't know. Treatment for fatigue. Anemia, fatigue, anemia, and sepsis. We have our used machete. Oh, I can't upgrade it. We have our used revolver, which again doesn't seem upgradable, but hey. Cool. Okay. Oh, my knee just hurt. Torn off page of a diary. For looking away when they mock my color, I hate myself. For crying like a girl when they insult me, I hate myself. For swearing like a boy when they're gone, I hate myself. For hating my parents, I hate myself. For smiling when customers call me sad Brina. I hate myself for never finding the courage to tell Tom how I truly feel. I hate myself. What was her name? Becky. Sabrina Cavendish. You just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen or someone closely related to them. Open the menu. Sabrina Cavendish hides her true feelings about her boss, Tom Watts. Oh. As a vampire, you need human blood to evolve. The blood quality bar indicates the XP you'll earn if you feed on the citizen. Unlocked hints increase the amount of XP. I haven't even met this person yet. But they are apparently in the area. All right, that's the docks. Do anything over here? No. No, not really. Okay. This feels awfully direction I'm supposed to be going. Or I will eventually go.
At last, a little life. It's locked.
Speak with the locals.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a
Oh.
drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
A long night?
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
About these
Tell me
murders.
more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Any leads on suspect?
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're
Huh?
on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Oh no. What is this place?
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And
Man's
I
got a
never
point.
go outside.
Fine, Drake. I'm trying to get my sips open
So
all night.
You're open all night.
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is he?
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Oh, I need to meet that
I
man.
need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me?
Huh?
This is a respectable establishment.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this.
Who are
Good
you?
evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been It's been a long night.
Oh, I
Been
bet.
there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Huh? What's going on around here?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
Huh? Is it just a fairy
You
tale?
make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Wow. Did anyone enter the bar?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
I hope I live.
I want details. He's got 4 hints. And he's fatigued. Tom Watts. Ooh. Got tired all of a sudden.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there
Barely.
any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
About the epidemic.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah.
Oh.
Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
That seems problematic.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What is this place?
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Always open at night?
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
Tom's a good guy. Where
you
is
don't
everybody?
seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
All right,
I'll
fine.
leave then. Thank you.
Fatigue, healthy.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do
Oh.
not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
Oh.
I need a word. With anyone.
Yeah, that's not fair, man. Stop it.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
I heard a woman. Where's she?
And
Dr. Edgar Swan. Yeah, huh? And he's the pillar of the community.
who might you be?
I don't know.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
You know what?
Something-
Fair point.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I'm a victim too.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
And we are asking
Edgar
some good...
Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What is this brotherhood?
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Hell, is that all? Who were you talking to? That is even a better question.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Oh, ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Huh? You know what? I don't even blame him. What do you know?
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
Is it?
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Help me then.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
Because you told me
I
to?
followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Yes.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
Yeah, but it would help if you told me.
I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I'll demand answers.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Boop. Interrogate the locals. What locals? I already interrogated everybody.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
You know?
I'm losing my mind.
Okay.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is...
You must be new in.
Oh.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Hint required.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I want the truth.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Oh. What happened tonight?
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so
Why
afraid?
are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me more about
Tell
him.
me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job.
Ah.
A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Tom Watts. New hint. Tom and Will used to be good friends. Oh man, we're getting that EXP.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
Ah, there's nothing there. Pub drinks. The Rita Omder, Jack and Blue, Jack and Red, Jack and 10.
Them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
You again. What can I do for you?
As a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information thanks to a hint, which is the blue prompt.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
Huh? How was he tonight?
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Why lie to me?
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
You know what? Fair. I need to find him.
To find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
All right.
Bullshit mess. No.
Inspect the boats. Okay. Nothing there.
See them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Cool.
Damn it. I think drink.
The Limehouse Dock. Again, clearly the direction I was supposed to go. But I didn't see anything, and I don't see anything now. Cool. Caulfield's Farm Dairy is closed. All right. Cool. Cool. Anything over here? Nope.
I cannot enter.
The door is locked. We just want to put vampire rule that, like, you cannot enter a door
It's
unless
locked,
you're open and unless you've been actively invited. Hold up. The game wants me to go that way. How do I go that way?
I will get to the...
War munition volunteers. Brains working together. Skilled workers in engineering and kindred trades enrolled as war munitions volunteers support the men at the front with a plentiful supply of munitions. You will not suffer in wages. Get into the factory line and feed the firing line.
This intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
What's this way? I love how I'm just covered in blood and such, and nobody's seems all that disturbed.
I will return later. I cannot enter.
I actually think we've been over here. Yeah, I thought for a moment I could hop over that. I cannot. Join the Royal Fleet today. Would you like to know more? Ask your New Year's recruiting office. Inspect the boats.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Examine outfit.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Oh. Examine
This
wounds.
corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
Okay. Pick up the
What's
note.
this? Some sort of note.
Private orders. Multiple deaths in the docks regions. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. Warning, according to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town. We don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the leech, brothers.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Yep. Kind of got
Blood
that.
and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Move on. We're done
There
here.
are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we can just teleport. All right, we got some. Okay, only one direction to go. Silently behind an enemy or an opportunity attack. Nom 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 nom. Follow the blood trail. That way. Boop. What? Okay. Ranged weapons. I got a shotgun shell. Equip and press Y to use your ranged weapons and inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Be aware that your ammo is limited. Equipping with a two-handed weapon will unequip your offhand weapon. Okay. I have no bullets. It said I picked up a shotgun shell, but now I just feel lied to. Oh, I did pick up a shotgun shell. All right. Oh, let's... My mistakes. Let's go ahead and just... How do I unequip? Well, we're stuck with it. Money, money, money. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Door that doesn't open. Nice. Whee! So, about them bullets. Cool. Press L to spot enemies and around and display their enemy card. Some enemies are more resistant to certain type of damage. There are 4 types of resistances: melee, range, blood, and shadow. Orange indicates a medium resistance. Red indicates a high resistance. Okay. So, highly immune to range. And not a big fan, not too problematic with a punch to the face. Ow.
There's one of them vermin.
A bam. Okay. Moderate resistance to... Okay. Oh, I can jump up here. Nice. So we got completely immune to range.
See any of these bastards back here again?
He didn't see nothing.
Over there!
Stop it.
I nightmare screams when you burn them alive.
Well, that's just rude. With a hint of messed up. Also, I like that I got up here.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
There we go. Oh. Immune to range. Okay. Nom 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 nom. Thank you.
You'll pay for
Oh. Need my stamina. It is a little clunky. This game's a little clunky on the combat side, but it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's got the right amount of jank to be forgivable.
This is not the place for you, sir.
Oh, whoa. I left stuff behind. There was some lore. Quest items. That wasn't it. The guard. New practices, new tactics. I know that some of our companions consider that the best advantage that we have in our fight against leeches is that they can't go out during the day. Thus, we can't hunt them down. Thus, we can hunt them down when they hide powerless in the street. This is a rookie mistake. First, because vampires are clever, and they have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps to kill any intruders in what they consider their most precious sanctuary. It would cost us too much men and too much time to explore and eradicate vampires in their hideouts. The best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they really are vulnerable. When they hunt at night, it is much easier to attack them then, for they can be easily spotted. That's what the Guard of Prywin must evolve and deploy new tactics to hunt modern leeches, small and mobile patrols, tactics based on technological advantages, modern communications. We can learn many things from the war in France. New strategy, new equipment, and new weaponry. Grenades, white phosphorus, ultraviolet, vests, and flamethrower. It's time for the Guard to embrace the 20th century. You know what? Respect. I'm not a big fan of the whole vampire hunters thing, but you know. How do I reload my gun? Oh, I guess whenever I just put it away. Rats and hideouts. Rats are often located near hideouts. Senses. Using your senses near them. Oh. Nom 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 nom.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Look. I'm not disagreeing. It is gross. But like, it'll help us. That's crafting, and I don't think we want to upgrade anything. And I'm not at a point where I feel good enough to want to upgrade spells. Press to evolve.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Will not betray your trust.
It's this first, you see. I need to try and
a used scythe. Equip a two-handed weapon and press Y to use its special ability. The scythe, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack and inflict heavy stun damage if timed correctly. Okay, hold on. All right. Does a lot more damage, about double the damage.
Shall overcome this. We've done it before. I had a drink outside tonight already and it didn't quench my thirst. I must have more. Oh dear God. William, please stop. Just a sip, I promise. Dearest friend, you're my last and dearest friend.
All right. I gotta try this out.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Will, please let go of me.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Ooh. Oh! Nom 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 on you. Hey! Boop, boop. Smack. You know what? I'm okay with that. A used bludgeon. A wooden stick reinforced with metal edge designed to crush skulls and bones. It is a one-handed weapon.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Whoa, hold on. No, you were like, I smacked the fool before I had a chance to respond. This cutscene. And then we're like, peace out, bitch. That's not helping. That's just adding more problems.
George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
You know, man's got a point.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Uh-huh. Yep. That's what I'm doing. while also taking the money. All right, let's go. Boop. Bustin' makes me feel good. That just came into my head.
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
So happy.
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Why are we stationary?
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
You're probably right.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Wow.
So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
So noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Take me to a hospital.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
District.
You can do better than that. Nah, it's my turn.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Master gave me a good smoke.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Be more polite.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Blood quality. The blood quality indicates how much XP you will attain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more experience you get. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to memorize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerized level must be equal or higher to that. Press left bumper to mesmerize Clay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Take A to embrace Clay Cox or B to release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive experience boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about the citizens and collecting their hints will increase the experience gain.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this.
We're gonna let him go.
I will not take another life.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
I mean...
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Hey, loot.
It's locked, all right.
Can I not heal? I guess not. So while I could totally kill this man, he only gives 500 experience, which, to be honest, isn't a lot. Aluminum powder. Alright, I think that's just gonna let me go to an entirely new district. Also, when did we get this coat? And we got some... Oh, that's right. He said he got new clothes for me. That's right. Never mind. I will say it looks a little patchy on the back here.
It's locked.
A watch and some shillings. Neat. Here. What was this? Oh. Another propaganda poster. Or recruitment poster, really. Hospital full. Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Please go home.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, trash can. District status serious. We're having that good of a time, huh? Oh. Num 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 num. That should mean the game outright said that rats indicate hideouts. That is a big guy. He's he's level 14 against my level 3. I don't think I'm winning. I don't think it's a good call. But I am going to go ahead and take that. Do, 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 do. Just gonna go around looting everything.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Ow! There we go. Well, I beat the snot out of this guy. He's dead. He had nothing. It was disappointing. Come on. There we go. Oh, 2 for the price of 2. Photo in a wallet. Milton and Pippa forever. That's sad. Bring the wallet back to its owner. Yeah, but the problem is, I don't have a clue. I'm betting it's Milton. But we should probably go back to the actual what I'm supposed to be doing.
Good evening.
Hey, Duck.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
Aww.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Your life in London? I wish you told me more just about who he is in general. What's the situation here?
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
People are more important.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Ouch. Tell me about the staff.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Positive trait?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Wow. Okay.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
You tell me about the
What
staff.
can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
What about management?
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
I mean, interesting choice, but...
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
This hospital...
It's more than enough.
Don't be...
Alright, cool. Is convinced that Gwyneth Brannigan is overqualified as a nurse. And he has high opinions of her. We have no idea who she is. So these are the only two people I can really talk to. Personal questions, all hints. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Wow.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Nice.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
Who is Dr. Swansea?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer. 'Cause
He knows me more than I know
It's
him.
right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
I've only
just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Okay. How is Mr.
And
Hampton?
Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Where's my room?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Oh. Oh, she is intense. What is the situation here?
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Could this
Do you
hospital
think
fail?
this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
And I don't blame him. Tell me
I'm
about
not
the staff.
familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Anyone that stands out?
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Oh, speak up.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Okay. Tippett praises you.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Hey.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, cool. Where's Tibbetts?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the
Oh!
ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since.
Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I found... Well, actually, yeah, I found your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Wow. I mean, you know, on the one hand...
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
You know what? That's fair. How's smuggling weapons?
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
You know what? That's fair.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
How is the sanitary situation?
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
You sound like you've had it rough.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
You know what? That's fair. Except I already went there.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. And that's everything. And it's getting worse every day.
Personal questions. What is your relationship?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Bound by despair?
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
I respect that.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
And again, totally respect. Let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Milton's shotgun. Oh my god. Sell. We're not going to buy or sell anything right now. And I completed the investigation. And honestly, a nurse and an ambulance driver, not even in the like weird, like their jobs could influence one another. Like that's not even like in the list of it, like concerns.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Oh, my dude is just... This guy is just tall.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
The pain.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the...
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How was your stay with us?
How was your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drug...
Who is treating you?
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem...
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Did you serve long?
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk.
No offense. I was pushing too much.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
You know what? That's totally fair.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Disgust on every street corner. Daily routine.
Oh, hey!
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
How, Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sorry.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief.
About Tom Watts?
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
I can see it.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authority...
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Again, totally fair.
How
Why
did
were you
end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he...
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost
That's
their
never
leader.
a good sign. Who leads the gang now?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth.
Oh!
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
That's totally actually fair. Also, he's got 2 hints. Okay. So we got Dyson Dillon, but we can treat for fatigue and improve his blood. Oh! Swansea's not. Swansea's the leader of the hospital. Wait. Yes. What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why not use your cross?
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
There. How do you feel?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can...
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harriet Jones.
Okay.
I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
You know what? Totally fair, totally valid.
I cannot enter.
Fear and disgust on every streetcar.
Good evening, miss.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My Clem...
You keep calling me mortal.
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please,
describe
to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Ever heard of Cotard syndrome?
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome?
Cotard's.
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal.
Demel is and believes she is a vampire.
You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Your enemies?
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
We'll take care of you.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people...
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you're...
Who are you really?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy effects on one's minds, you see?
You know what? Fair.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Hi, nurse.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
It's
I don't
Pippa!
think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Your life in London? Sorry. Alright. Your relationship with Milton Hooks.
I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
How is the situation
How would
here?
you describe the situation?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
It won't last
Nurse
forever.
Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Oh!
How would you describe this?
It's serious.
Get a
You
grip.
must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No.
You've been a nurse for how long?
Have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Change your attitude.
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the staff coping?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual. Especially
Understandable.
concerning doctors.
Why is Milton so grumpy?
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why especially
Why
the
does
practitioner?
Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay. Personal questions. Can't ask any of them.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Doctor.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft?
All right.
Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
You let her bite you.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
And it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
You know, I want to hate him. I want to be mad at him for encouraging this. But on the other hand...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Like, my man's got points.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
All right, vampires.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
Tell me about Thomas
Tell me,
Elwood.
Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor.
I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
You plan to make... Are you romantically
Would
involved?
you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
You know what? I
Do you
respect
plan
that.
to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
All right,
I'll leave
cool.
you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturne.
I think we've actually gotten... We did not. I thought we got more out of this. So these two are quite bonded. Anybody over here?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Wow! You have a problem with
me? If you
me.
have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get.
Yeah,
You agree with
dude.
that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
No need for such animosity. Jealousy will not do you any good. Or you better change your tone with me. I feel like no need for animosity.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
About the Pembroke
Since
Hospital.
your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Oh. I have proved my value
I
as...
don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
I have saved many lives. Knowledge is our main weapon. No reason to justify my actions to you. I mean, on the one hand, I don't know what he's saying. Disapproves modern medicine methods. Knowledge is our main weapon,
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon. And it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative. It is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
Bad memories of your military
It seems
service?
you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something.
I was gonna say, I can respect that. Like, I respect some of his positions, but...
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Unfortunately... Wait, is this Pippa?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Oh no, it's Dorothy.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
So many deaths. And still more coming. How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Knew the words to calm the children, Ella. As for me,
I haven't even gotten that far.
I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune.
Thank you.
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
If you would be so kind as to, you know, position yourself so we were not awkwardly standing.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
That's better.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Your life in London. Aykroyd's aversion to modern medicine?
What do you think of Dr. Aykroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Aykroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Aykroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Wow!
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work.
What made you choose the career?
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work...
I'll be glad to help
It's
you.
always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Tell me about your
my
experience.
technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of...
I have a bad feeling about him.
About the Pembroke.
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea.
You seem quite optimistic.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need my help?
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Cool. Missing it. Ingredients. About your blood transfusion technique.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me of Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
You must remain neutral.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
You know, on the one hand, I want to like you, but something tells me you are.
Goodbye.
You're both sketch as shit.
Falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, sir.
Like,
I'm Dr.
I don't know.
May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
About this hospital?
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
I mean, that much blood and gore probably isn't a good call for me. Alright, that was weird, but tell me about yourself.
Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Doctors are arguing about your...
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a cop.
Okay,
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
I mean... Harvey is blaming himself for his injury. Why feel guilty
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Your wife died because
How could
of you?
your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh. Did you voluntarily hurt yourself?
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
About the death
Tell
of your
me
wife.
more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
So many died during the bombings.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea.
Oh.
I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Are your children all
How are
right?
your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Oh, now
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll
that's...
see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me,
Unfinished letter. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will be go out of the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site. and tell him you are Harvey Fiddick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with a mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors fix my arm, Wow. Harvey will not be able to feed his family as long as his arm is still injured. Harvey is blaming himself for his injury. Harvey's wife, Dart.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Wow.
Are you satisfied?
Well, it's clear that
I won't...
Are you sure?
In others... Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children.
So we finished everything with that guy.
What a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening.
Oh, shit. Nope, nope. Let him go. I didn't mean to do that. So, we could mind control him to death.
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan.
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mort.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
You know what? We'll talk to her.
Good evening, Doctor.
Never mind. Tell me about yourself.
Can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll...
Are you that rich?
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes. Thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
What are you doing
May
in your
I
life?
ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Oh. Complaints about your
What do you
reception
think of
here?
your reception here. Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice. Consider...
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me about your arrival.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you?
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your stupor.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
All right.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Cool. And you must
Good
be...
evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Your life in London. About your hospitalization.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering
you? Is
you?
your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
You're in good hands.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured, you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Doctor.
All right, cool. How painful is your
How
throat?
painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
We must
I'm
communicate.
sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful.
So painful.
I'll let you get some rest.
Don't waste your time with me.
Okay. You know what would be really monstrous is to eat this guy?
Blundering idiot.
Would be an utterly evil thing to do. So that's a cooler young doctor who's probably doing some mad experiments. This guy...
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Your thoughts on Strickland's
Tell me,
research?
Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead the
Why
surgery?
do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
It's a conservative point of view.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Is your rivalry
And are
blinding
you not
you?
afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Oh no.
Thank you for your time.
But yeah, real monstrous if I decided to eat that guy that they're talking about what kind of surgery to do.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. It's locked.
Oh, okay.
Good evening. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
That's a good question.
It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Your life in London? Not afraid of the
Are
dead.
you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Most people fear dead flesh.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
You know, that's
How did you
that's
get
a
this
sentence.
job? After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Okay. Have we met before?
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Oh, that's terrible. You know, she is relieved in a sense.
You work here alone? Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why watch these bodies?
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the
Why
morgue?
close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
You know what? Fair enough. You're a pawnbroker?
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Fair enough. Who comes here to trade?
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods do you sell?
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Respect. You believe in life after
Since
death?
you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Goodwill won't last?
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
I mean, yes.
So you're ready to die.
I did.
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
My man's got a lot of
Goodbye, Mr.
philosophy. For a pawnbroker.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife.
It's locked, all right.
All right. Cool. Nothing really here. Crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. And Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai? Nikolai? My man out here causing trouble as an ambulance driver. Okay.
in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh wait, this is the. Okay. So we're back at the main entrance. There's our vampirus. Boink, yoink. There's our top tier nurse. Hey, I needed to talk to you.
Dr. Reed.
You are
You're
exhausted.
exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Oh, that man is so, this man is so good. That's Brannigan.
At least that mistress of the dark will stop following.
Okay. But where's Milton? Where'd he go?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still
Your mediocre reputation.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
You know what? I respect that. You're extorting money.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Nurse Hawkins is your partner in crime.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
You know, again, I want to be mad at him.
Milton.
Well, my man's got points.
This is no time for celebrating. It is the last thing our patients need.
Nope, that's Brannigan. I wanted to find Pippa Hawkins. I wanted to find the partner in crime.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
There's the old goat. There's our vampiress. There she is.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
You are Milton's accomplice.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Why did you do it?
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
You put a price on hope.
You put a price on hope. This goes against everything you swore to uphold as a nurse.
Report me then, Dr. Reed. Report the little nurse and keep on lying about the surgical errors, the wrong dosages and diagnostics that we all covered for the sake of our colleagues.
Whose idea was it?
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
All right. Nothing new from those two. He's got nothing new to say. We've already spent a bunch of time down that way. I think, all things said and done, we've examined everything on the first floor. It only took like an hour.
It's locked.
Yep. I like that this side door just opens. Like, oh yeah, anybody could just barge in. That's cool. All right. Now my room, my office is that way. So obviously we need to go check the other ways. Dr. Swansea. Apparently not now.
I cannot enter.
Well, that was a fun conversation. That doesn't go anywhere. Oh, it will not let me dodge. I was trying to dodge, going, ha 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 ha. That also doesn't go anywhere. All right, we got a surgery room. Oh, snap. A used hacksaw. A new melee weapon. T. Elwood's medical file. Thomas Elwood, male, age 28, followed by Dr. Tippett's status, convalescence. Date of admission, September 16th. Date of release to be determined. The patient's face has been heavily burnt. Okay, so this is the guy downstairs who's getting eaten by the vampires. The patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by the bomb during the war, even with the use of the strongest sedatives. He affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examinations of the cicatrized tissues show no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as punishment for not dying with his comrade?
It's locked, all right.
All right, so this is the office of our colleagues. Oh, this is my office.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
And in a storage
room. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
All right, so we got a bed. And a stash. Oh, yeah, skeleton. All right, so that's where the next mission objective is. Oh, this progress. Article on Ekans. It's a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits. with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekin as they prefer to be called, or as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can move like a mortal in all of his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, and necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly, it's almost as if he vanished just to appear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it's not a teleport or dematerialization. It's only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the moral ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture the target's psyche. The same vampire could explain to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This is be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies from them and us. For them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenzied drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood can sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around him, inside warm bodies, through walls, or on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications, it's almost beggars belief. Huh. A glass vial.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Is it raining? I mean, it's London. It would make sense. All right. To analyze. A fresh sample. We don't have anything there. We don't have anything there. Okay, we don't have the means to make any treatments. You have enough components to improve one of your weapons. All right. What if I don't want to upgrade? Weapons upgrade. You can upgrade your weapon to a new level with the required ingredients. It will inflict more damage, and you will also gain access to customization slots. I can upgrade it to level 2 and enhance the damage and absorb blood points when the weapon hits. Oh. Hold on. That could be really good. Would mean I don't need to like smack a fool. I don't need to keep smacking. I can keep smacking at the rate. Ooh. Oh, they all have that. Okay. So this does less damage, is one-handed. I kind of like the idea of just doing the scythe. I am a sucker for a scythe. Boop. I do not have the materials to make a level 3. So, boop. Oh, that says or. Oh, I made mistakes.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it.
Hold up.
Continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Do we? Do we have so much time? Okay. Spring. You can perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. You will block your target's bloods in their vein, making them defenseless. You create an invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. Drain your stamina to fade in the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving in a state will drain more stamina. Rage, Abyss, or Blood Cauldron. Increases the damage inflicted when using Bite in combat. Increases your life regen when using Bite in combat. Now carry 3 serums on you. Increases the number of bullets. Oh, those require level 5. Increases your blood absorption when using Bite in combat. Increases your blood capacity. Okay, see, blood capacity is a good time. But is this like a shadow or a, I don't know. Oh, it does say, this says physical or melee. This says blood damage, and that says shadow damage. Can we upgrade this to level 2? Nope. Do. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Obviously, more stamina. More blood capacity. And then you can never go wrong with health. Ba-bam! Nailed it. Nailed it. You love to see it. No, confirm. Almost made terrible mistakes. The following night.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Blood bags. We need blood bags. All right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think this is a good point to say we call it an end here. I feel pretty good about it. It's been 3 hours. I recognize I was a little late today. That's my bad. I acknowledge that. I feel a sense of shame and guilt. But we will be back tomorrow for some more Vampyr. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, push the like, follow, subscribe, and all those other buttons, please and thank you. It lets YouTube and Twitch. Oh no! What are we knowing? What are we knowing? What are we knowing? Stream just ended and you are ending too? Well, the good thing is that we'll be back. You missed the ferret. You did. You missed him. But we will be back for some more Vampyr tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. You was working till your laptop died? Well, I appreciate the lurk. But yes, we will be back. You gotta charge those things? You do. You do have to charge those, unfortunately. But yes, we will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I think Twitch actually has like a new schedule thing, and I updated that. You'll try to catch tomorrow. I would hope to see you there. You can watch on YouTube or Twitch. Either. Both. Both is always good. But yes, we'll be back tomorrow. And I will see you all next time. I get Twitch. Okay, that's fair. But we'll be back tomorrow, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.